I thought today was your graduation. Why are there no signs or staff at the high school? The parking lot is basically empty right now.
I saw you getting extra ready this morning, but I didn't think you'd actually be tricked.
What do you mean, tricked?
Oh, yeah, the day of our graduation was rescheduled.
What do you mean it was rescheduled?
I mean that I'm not graduating today. I don't have school anymore, though, so I'm out with my friends right now.
Seriously? Again?
What do you mean, again?
Well, you lied to me about the date of the parent-teacher conference, and you made sure that I couldn't show up, didn't you?
Did I? I don't remember. It was such a long time ago. You know, only family members are allowed to come to the parent-teacher conference and graduation ceremony.
I am a family member.
No, you're not. The only family member that I have right now is my dad.
You're still going to say that? You're not 15 anymore. Please, stop.
You're just Dad's sugar baby. Why did Dad think it would be a good idea to remarry someone like you? Even my previous mom was better than you. She didn't complain the way you do.
You were head over heels when we announced that we were getting married. Why are you saying all of this now?
I mean, what else was I supposed to say in front of Dad? I need to be the perfect daughter that he thinks I am when I'm in front of him.
It's like you have two different personalities. I guess they were right when they said that women can be frightening.
Maybe I'll be an actress when I'm older.
Whatever. So it was a lie that today was your graduation day, and your ceremony is on another day, right? Then I'm going to head home.
I'll have Dad come over to the real graduation ceremony, and you're not invited to come. Not that you're allowed to anyway, since you're not a family member, and I hate you.
Why do you hate me so much?
How am I supposed to know? I just hate what I hate, and I hate you. It gets on my nerves just seeing you inside the house. And even the thought of the taste of your cooking makes me gag. I also hate the way you're so desperate for my dad's attention.
When have I ever been desperate for his attention?
Back when he wasn't married to you, my dad listened to anything I asked him for. But ever since you came, he stopped listening to me unconditionally. You fed him lies about me and lowered my image so that you could get more attention from him, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
How am I supposed to trust what you say? I'm not your daughter, and you've never thought of me as your daughter, have you?
Of course I think of you as my daughter. If I didn't, then I wouldn't care enough to point out the things that I think are wrong.
No, you just hate me. And I don't care if you hate me, because I hate you too. If anything, it's best for everyone if you just leave the house right now. Get divorced from Dad, old lady.
Old lady? How dare you? Do you think a loving parent's job is to just spoil their kids unconditionally? Because it's not. It's to teach them what is accepted and what isn't in the real world.
Quit acting like you're my mother. You're just a stranger. Anyways, I don't have the time to be wasting talking to some stranger. I'm going to a carnival with my friends. Don't text me anymore.
A carnival? Do you have the money to go? You told me 2 days ago that you used all of your allowance for this month, so you need some money.
The truth is, I know where you keep the cash inside of the house.
You took money from the house? Your father and I told you to work out your spending from your monthly allowance over and over again.
Who cares? I only took like $300.
$300? That was the grocery money.
The entrance fees went up lately, and I want to buy food and merch from the stands inside, so $300 is the bare minimum that I need to have fun. Just think of it as a present for graduation. Well then, I've got to go.
Wait a minute, we gave you your present for graduation already. We paid for your whole graduation trip with your friends. Rose?
How was the graduation ceremony?
Rose lied to me. Again.
Lied to you?
Yeah, the same thing as the parent-teacher conference. Apparently the actual graduation day is next week.
Wait, but we read a paper that had the date on it.
I'm sure she just remade it and changed the date, just so that I couldn't show up. It probably isn't that difficult if you have a printer.
Wow. I'm sorry for making you go through that again. It's all because I was spoiling her until I married you.
I mean, I understand how you felt. You just wanted to show that you loved her, right? Rose didn't receive much love from her mother, so you wanted to make up for that, didn't you? I can't imagine how difficult it was to raise a daughter on your own.
Yeah. But after getting married to you, I realized that blindly doing whatever she wants isn't the same as loving her. So I tried to fix my relationship with her, but I guess it was too late. She was already in middle school by the time you and I got married.
There's no such thing as too late. We've both tried our very best to have a sincere relationship with her. And I still think it isn't too late. The only reason that she won't acknowledge me as her mother is because I'm not trying hard enough. I'm more stress tolerant than I look, so I can keep going.
Thank you so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. But still, I think it's a problem on her side that she keeps lying to you over and over again. I feel that she might do something that's too far if she keeps going.
I mean, she still lives with us, and she'll be going to university from our house instead of a dorm. So we can help her out for now. But I'm worried about what might happen when she's on her own in the real world.
In that case, I have a plan on what to do if she ever tries us again.
A plan?
Yeah, I mean, you tried the nice way over and over again, and it didn't work. So we've got to change things up a bit, don't we?
I mean, I guess. By the way, Rose told me that she wanted just you to show up at her graduation ceremony.
Just me?
Yeah, apparently only family members are invited, and I'm a stranger, not a family member. So she doesn't want me to come.
Can you show me your text messages with Rose when I get home?
Sure, but why?
I want to see what kind of stuff she's always sending you. She probably says things to you that she would never say to even a stranger, right? I want to know those things as her father.
Okay, but if she ever finds out that I showed you our text messages, she'll probably hate me for life. So only use them to acknowledge that she says those things, okay?
Okay.
Guess who just graduated and also turned 18? I'm a full-grown adult now. Anyways, I was kind of bummed out to see that Dad wasn't here. I was really glad to see that you weren't there, though.
Congratulations on graduating, and happy birthday. Since you're a full-grown adult now, I expect you to carry yourself around as an adult, so that we can treat you like one.
Stop trying to parent me, old lady. The only thing that you do is lie around at home all day and use up Dad's money. You're not in a place to be parenting me.
Old lady, huh?
Yep, and I'm an adult now, so I think your job is done in our family.
I guess so. It looks like there is not much that I can do for you anymore.
Well then, I'm gonna go party with my friends, to celebrate our graduation. Oh, and I'm gonna stop by somewhere before that, so I'll go do what I gotta do.
Okay, but even if you've graduated, don't do anything stupid in your uniform.
I brought a change of clothes, don't worry.
Don't be too late.
Sure, but make sure to pack your things by the time I'm home.
Pack my things?
I've prepared something for you. Let's say a surprise. Congratulations! Today you finally become free. I haven't felt this good in months.
Freedom comes with responsibility.
Oh, shut up already. You're already a stranger now, legally. So, could you do me a favor and leave my house?
Legally?
Didn't I tell you that I have a surprise? Well, surprise! I turned in divorce papers for you and Dad.
What? Is this a prank?
Nope, this is completely real. I kicked the useless old lady who calls herself my mom out of my house. It took a lot of preparation, but totally worth it. All of my friends agreed that this was the best option.
what did you do about the signatures?
Who cares? I'm sure they don't even check if the signatures are real or not. So I signed your signature for you, and my friend's boyfriend signed Dad's for him.
You know, imitating another person's signature and turning in a legal document is a serious crime.
Do you know what's more of a crime? For a stranger to linger around in someone's house and act like they belong there. I just graduated from high school, so I thought it was a good time to surprise you. Congratulations, you just graduated from your role as my mother.
Well then,
I'm graduating
from my role as your father too.
Wait, what? What do you mean? My dad's still my dad.
The person that you're texting right now is your father, not your mother.
Who exactly do you think you're fooling here? I get that you're getting worked up because I turned in your divorce papers as a surprise, but are you seriously gonna lie that you're my dad? What are you trying to do exactly?
You're in no place to be talking to others about lying. You lied about the parent-teacher conference and graduation ceremony, and many more things.
Look, you're not fooling anyone here, so could you just pack your things up and leave already?
You're the one who's going to pack up your things and leave, Rose.
You're seriously starting to get on my nerves. Stop acting like my dad right now. He's working at his office right now, even I know that. How would he be texting me through your phone right now?
I logged into her account through my computer.
Through your computer?
Yeah, and I've read every single text between you and your mother. It was absolutely terrible. I couldn't believe that the person who texted those messages was my own daughter. So I decided to have your mother share her password and login ID with me, so that I could see whenever you said something.
Wait, Daddy? Actually, hold on. Did you actually read all of the texts?
Yes. Your mother is also watching this conversation on her phone. But I'm talking to you through my computer right now.
Wait, Daddy, it's not what it looks like.
What is it then? Can you give me a valid explanation of what it is I just witnessed?
Well...
Exactly. You turned in legal documents as a surprise, right? Who did you do that for?
For you, of course. Because I know that there is someone more worthy of you, not someone like that lady.
You know, I made you go through a lot after divorcing your mother, and I'm sure I hurt you many times. So I've done things your way to make up for those things. But ever since I realized that that's not love, I acted more strictly towards you because I thought that you deserved a parent who really cared.
I only need you. We only need each other. If you have money to spend on that lady, then spend it on me.
You just want things to be about yourself, don't you? Then you can be alone and have everything be about yourself by yourself.
By myself?
Didn't you hear me? I'm graduating from the role of your father, just like the way Helen graduated from the role of your mother. You're already an adult, right? So figure out the rest of your life on your own.
Wait, what? But I'm still gonna be a college student.
If you're gonna choose to be a college student, then I suggest you get a job because there's gonna be a lot of tuition and living expenses to pay for. Balance your studies and work.
What? I can't do that.
You're going to college to learn, aren't you?
That's just irresponsible as a parent.
My legal responsibility to make you go to school applies up until high school, and you don't understand the worth of money yet.
Of course I do.
If you really did, then you wouldn't steal money from the house and go spend it with your friends.
That old hag, she snitched.
I told you that I saw all of the texts. Look, you're an adult now, and you want to go to college to learn. If that's the path that you're taking, then figure it out on your own. Do everything at your own risk. This is where I let go of your hand and you keep walking on your own.
But you can't just say that all of a sudden.
As I said, freedom comes with responsibility. Making choices on your own comes with risks. Happy birthday. I hope that you live a good life.
If you really hope that I have a good life, then pay for my tuition, please. I just wanted to live alone with you. I I just wanted all of your love and money for myself.
Then you didn't do anything for me. You did it for yourself.
I'm still your cute little daughter, aren't I? I've acted the way that you wanted me to until now.
If you can't take good care of someone important to me, then you're clearly not acting the way that I want you to. If you really cared for me, then you would understand that Helen is the person I want to be with, and you wouldn't have turned in that divorce paper. You would have swallowed your pride and given her a chance. If you want everything to be about yourself, then live on your own.
I just graduated from high school. How am I supposed to do that?
Just go to your grandmother's house for the night.
What? Grandma's house?
Figure out how you're going to live from now on by the time college starts, because you'll never step into our house ever again.
You have got to be kidding me.
I'm dead serious. I was literal when I said that I'm no longer your father.
But I can't live on my own.
Well, you're not a child anymore, so you're going to have to. You knew what was right and what was wrong, and you still chose to do what was wrong. You brought yourself into this situation. It hurts me to know that you could do and say those things while knowing how the other person would feel.
Daddy, I'm so sorry. I'll be a completely different person from now on. Please, forgive me.
And there you go apologizing to the wrong person again. This is my responsibility. I couldn't teach you what was right until now. So I'm going to have to change the way I do things from now on. Think of this as your last chance, and have a good look in the mirror before deciding on how to live from now on. Well then, I've explained everything to your grandmother.
Wait, Dad, please. Don't throw me away like this. Daddy? Mom, Dad, I don't care, whoever, please just answer.
Your father is driving, so he can't answer the phone right now.
Mom, where are you? I just came home and everything is gone and no one's here.
We sent all of your things to your grandmother's house, didn't we?
But what about all of your stuff?
We moved.
Moved?
Yeah, we're headed to our new house right now.
New house? Where?
Can't tell you. We decided together that we won't tell you anymore. Anyway, have you already decided on what you're going to do about your housing and job after college starts?
Of course not. I don't have any money.
We already paid for the initial fees, didn't we?
But I can't afford to pay the tuition.
We handed your grandmother the information to your bank account. It has all of the birthday money and extra income that you received and never used.
But this isn't enough.
Of course it isn't. You used up almost everything the moment you received it.
Well, then what am I supposed to do? I can't even move with this money. But Grandma keeps telling me that I'll only be able to stay at her place for another month.
I mean, you don't expect her to let you stay at her house for the rest of your life, do you?
I was planning to go to college from our old house, so I never saved up to live alone.
I know that. You were planning to make your father and I divorce so that you could live alone with him and live a worry-free, amazing college life, right?
Please, just tell me where your new house is. I'm begging you.
I'm nice, but not nice enough to live with someone who I know hates my guts. I'm sorry, honey.
But at this rate, I won't be able to go to college. And I haven't found a place to work at either. So I'll be homeless before I even know it.
You're going to get to live at your grandmother's place for another month or so. So I suggest that you at least figure out how to do some chores around the house by the time you get kicked out.
How would you forgive me?
This isn't a matter of forgiving or not forgiving. This is called tough love.
This isn't love.
I mean, we gave you soft love for a long time, but you never fixed anything. This is our final resort to help you become a responsible adult.
Please forgive me. I can't just not go to college while the rest of my friends are. And I can't be the only one who's working my butt off to pay my bills. Are you listening, Mom?
It's strange. I wanted you to call me by that name so badly, but I couldn't care less anymore. I guess my brain just processes you as a stranger now.
I'll apologize for everything that happened until now. Let's just go back to how things were, please. Let's be a family again.
The way things were? You want to go back to when you never acknowledged me as a family member and disregarded all of my hard work to be a good mother? Because if that's the case, I'm going to have to reject your offer. Your father and I are still human beings, just like you are. We can't accept everything and act like nothing happened.
But I'm apologizing to you.
Well then, I'll be muting my phone now. I'm also blocking your number, so only contact your father from now on. And keep it to the minimum.
To the minimum?
Yep. Good luck figuring things out on your own. Bye-bye. Rose turned out to be unable to pay for her tuition and decided not to start college. Her grandmother knew the whole situation. And being the strict person that she is, she really decided to make Rose live on her own after 1 month. I've heard that she's currently working multiple jobs at a time, and finally acknowledges how valuable money is and how difficult it is to make a living on her own.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Ellie, you frickin' kleptomaniac! I thought I made it crystal clear the last time you did this that you need to stop taking my things. I'm not putting up with this anymore.
Oh my goodness, Kathy, I am hurt. Oh, devastated even. You're my favorite big sister in the whole world. Do you really think I would stoop so low as to steal something from you?
Yes, you do this all the time, Ellie.
Yeah, I know I do. So, you're gonna have to be more specific. What are you mad about me taking this time?
My wallet. I was looking for it everywhere, but then I found it in the last place I expected, your Instagram feed. You've got some nerve, you know that? Your caption was like, "Hey everyone, check out the new wallet that I just got. It was a total steal." You can say that again, you stole it from me.
Oh, yeah, that wallet. I forgot I took that one. But yeah, that's mine now. Oh, and don't worry about everything you had in there. I went to the trouble of throwing it all away for you. You don't need to thank me. It was my pleasure.
I am not in the mood for this right now, Ellie. You are going to return my wallet and all of its contents to me immediately.
You know, Ellie, I would love to give you your wallet back. Really, I would. But the trouble is, I like it way too much. And besides, it doesn't look good on you. It's practically the cutest wallet in the entire world, and you're practically the ugliest woman in the entire world. It complements my feminine features better, so I am never giving it back to you.
Yeah, I've heard this all before. Shut up and give me back my wallet.
I don't know. I also feel somewhat of a moral obligation to keep this wallet away from you.
A moral obligation to steal? You're gonna have to explain that one to me. Wait, don't actually explain. I don't care.
Too late. Here it comes. This is an incredibly high-quality wallet made with care by a classy brand, Kathy. If I were the 8-year-old sweatshop worker who made this thing, I think it would make me cry knowing a classless slob like you was using it. That's a new one I just came up with the other day. Isn't it great?
I really wish that you would put that creativity to better use than coming up with insults to hurl at me after you steal my things. Anyway, we've been through this routine before, and I am bored already. And I've put up with this crap from you in the past, but I will not let you get away with it this time. That's not just any wallet. That's the wallet that my husband Ken gave to me.
What? Are you kidding? That pathetic loser gave you this? How did he even know this brand existed? He seems like the kind of guy to grab whatever's on sale at the department store for a gift.
He gave it to me for my birthday, and it's very special to me. Now give it back. I'm putting my foot down, Ellie. I will not let you take that from me.
Oh my God, I am cracking up right now. This is like the craziest thing to happen to me this month. Your ugly loser, tasteless husband actually has the sense and cash to buy you a wallet like this?
Excuse me?
Maybe I was wrong about him. Maybe he's not as big of a tasteless, senseless loser with all the fashion knowledge of a 90-year-old hillbilly. It does suck that he's as ugly as sin, so I'd rather avoid interacting with him if at all possible. But if he's got the kind of money to buy you a wallet from that brand, I think maybe it's time I gave him a chance.
You're a piece of work, Ellie.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. One of the models I follow is starting up a live stream soon. Oh, and about the wallet, I'm not gonna give it back to you, ever. So give it up. If you have time off tomorrow, why don't you go shopping for a new one? They've got some that are right up your alley at the dollar store. Hello? Kathy, are you there? Why aren't you answering my texts? In case you didn't notice, I just sent you a picture of my adorable new handbag. Did you see it? Well, what do you think? Isn't it adorable? Doesn't it look fantastic with my shoes? I am waiting for your compliments. Get a move on, girlie.
So here I was, sitting here minding my own business, drinking a cup of coffee, then out of nowhere I get approximately 10 million notifications within a minute, all of them from you. And then I open my phone to see that you had just sent me the same selfie of your new handbag once every second for a solid 10 minutes. I honestly didn't even notice the handbag until you mentioned it to me. I wasn't sure what you wanted me to say, so I just decided to ignore you until you gave me more specific instructions.
How dare you? I went out of my way to show you how hot I look with my new handbag, and that's all you have to say to me?
Holy moly, Ellie, that is such a wonderful bag. There, is that what you were looking for?
You can do way better than that.
I can't, actually. So what's the story with the new handbag, huh? Not that I care. Did your boyfriend buy it for you?
My boyfriend? That loser? Yuck. I don't even want to think of that loser right now. I broke up with him. He wasn't helping me live my best life. Nope. This particular handbag was a present from none other than, drumroll please, your husband. What? Ken bought that for you? He is such a sweetheart, Kathy. I barely even had to butter him up at all. I just asked for the bag and he immediately got out his credit card. It's really too bad that he's such an ugly mug. If not for that, he'd be like the perfect guy.
What the hell is wrong with you? You went and begged your own sister's husband for a new handbag? Granted, I'm almost equally perplexed at why Ken would actually give in to your mooching and buy it for you, but that's a conversation we can have another day.
I'll save you the time. It's obvious he bought it for me because he couldn't resist a request from a hottie like me. Why would he buy presents from a frumpy old hag like you when he can buy them for a younger, prettier, cuter girl like me?
You've used those insults on me way too many times for them to have any effect, you know?
Oh yeah? Then how about this? I was honestly shocked at how easy it was to get Ken to open up his wallet for me. I wasn't even laying it on too thick or anything. I was just putting on the same sweet and innocent act that I always use on men. But that was all it took for him to give me everything I wanted and then some. Oh, and get this. I told him that I was low on cash to pay my rent this month, and do you know what he did? We went straight to the nearest ATM, and he withdrew enough to pay for the entire month. Ugly guys are so easy to manipulate when you're at least semi-decent looking.
Okay, you got me there. That is shocking.
Also, stop that, you incorrigible harlot. You're not going to use my husband as your sugar daddy. It's not like I asked him to do anything, though. It's not my fault. All I had to do was play the damsel in distress, and he immediately jumped into his role as my knight in shining armor.
Don't act like you're innocent here. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, and so did your husband. You should be getting mad at him, not me. My God, though, being born beautiful really is like going through life on easy mode. Whatever I want, there is always some guy standing around who's willing to give it to me, with the proper incentives, of course.
You're not selecting easy mode. You're hacking the game's source code. You do nothing but steal the things I bought with my hard-earned money and mooch off of stupid men. Including my husband, as it turns out. I'm telling you, Ellie, stay away from my husband. Never go anywhere near him again.
Tell me, Kathy, have I ever listened to anything you've told me to do? Even once? No, Never. What makes you think this time is going to go any different? Ellie? Okay, well, I'm going to go now. I want to go do some shopping to show off this new bag to all the girls at the store. Oh, I'm also going to post some more pictures on Instagram later on, so be sure to like them, okay? Hey there, Kathy. Oh, great, wonderful, just what I needed. All right, Ellie, let's have it. What did you steal from me this time? Or what have you seduced my husband into buying for you this time? Hey, come on, don't steal my thunder. For the record, I did not steal any of your things this time, and I did not seduce your husband into buying anything. Okay, then what do you want? So today's your wedding anniversary, right? I just wanted to wish you a very special congratulations. Very special, eh? Well, thanks, I guess. Yeah, it's our anniversary, and Ken got us a reservation at a really nice restaurant downtown. Aw, that's so sweet of him. I bet you're really looking forward to it. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about right now. I'm really, really sorry to tell you this, but Ken's not coming to the restaurant tonight. Uh-huh. And you know this how? How do you think? He's here with me right now. What? I have 3 very important announcements to make. First of all, you're divorced now. And second, I'm married now. And third, go ahead and eat all you want at that restaurant because you're going to be eating all alone. Hold on. I'm not sure I understand what's going on here. I'm divorced? How? I forged your signature on a set of divorce papers for you and Ken. So as of about an hour ago, the 2 of you are officially divorced. What? Do you realize you just confessed to a crime right now? And, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me. Looks like you finally caught on. That's right. I'm married to your husband. I know you haven't noticed, but the truth is that we've been seeing each other behind your back for a few months. Ken has fallen out of love with you and is madly in love with me now. And just like I convinced him to buy me that handbag a while back, I convinced him to dump you and upgrade to a superior model, namely me. I don't believe this. What is the matter with you two? Ellie, didn't you always say that Ken was ugly? What happened to that? You were constantly making fun of him. And I stand by those statements 100%. However, I'm a practical girl, Kathy. There's no way I would pass up an opportunity to lock down a guy willing to shell out thousands of dollars for me on a whim. I was never interested in him before since he's ugly and all, but now I find out he's actually something of a corporate big shot. That sealed the deal for me. A rich guy with job security who pampers me. It's a dream come true. That's why you had an affair with your own sister's husband? That's it? It was just for money? What do you mean, just for money? Money is a perfectly good reason, I'd say. Do you have any idea how much money it costs to be hot these days? I have to buy all the hottest fashion trends while they're still in fashion and then do it all over again in a few months when it goes out of fashion. Not to mention makeup, massages, personal trainers, that sort of thing. All that shopping adds up. I need a guy with plenty of money who's willing to let me spend as much as I want, and Ken fits that bill perfectly. You've got to be out of your mind. I knew you were a kleptomaniac, but now I know you're much worse than that. You're a straight-up sociopath. No, I'm not. I'm making a perfectly rational decision. I mean, the only real drawback he has is the fact that he's hideously ugly. But with the kind of money he's got, I can always just force him to get plastic surgery. You wouldn't believe how advanced that industry is these days. You might want to give it a shot yourself. Plastic surgery? You're going to make your own husband get plastic surgery? I'm glad you recognize that he's not your husband anymore. He's mine. The signature on the divorce papers apparently looked real enough for that dunce at the courthouse to accept it. So starting today, you're single again, and I get to kick off my life as the pampered wife of a wealthy businessman. Seriously, Ellie, I can't thank you enough. Huh? This is like a dream come true for me. It's hard to take it all in. I can't believe that divorcing him would be this easy. Oh, Ellie, you are a lifesaver. Thank you so much for doing this for me. Thanks to you, I am finally free from the hell that I've been trapped in ever since we got married. So good luck with Ken. I hope you enjoy your life together. Hold it, Kathy. What's going on here? I think you may have just gone insane out of shock, so let's recap, shall we? I, your little sister, just stole your husband from you. I forged your signature in order to help him divorce you without you knowing on your anniversary. I have just single-handedly destroyed everything that you have built up for the last several years. So why are you thanking me?
You've given me the best wedding gift I could have asked for.
Okay, that confirms it. You have gone insane. You're happy that I stole your husband from you and not, devastated? You are by far the ugliest woman in this entire city, and an ugly guy like Ken was the only person who would ever stoop so low as to marry you. And again, I am your sister. Why aren't you pissed off at me? I have been looking forward to seeing your reaction when I broke the news to you ever since I started sleeping with him, and you are really killing my buzz right now.
I'm sorry things didn't work out for you like you had hoped. But I'm just way too happy that things have worked out far better for me than I could have ever hoped. There is absolutely no reason for me to feel even the slightest bit sad about losing a guy like him. And now that I don't have to worry about all the debt he took on affecting me anymore, like I said, you really did me a solid, Ellie.
Wait a second. Debt? What do you mean, debt?
Actually, I've been giving serious thought to divorcing him myself lately. And just when I thought I was going to have to spend a fortune on legal fees, you came along and took him off my hands for free. The timing could not have been more perfect.
You said he has debt? What kind of debt are we talking about here? Like student debt or something? I can't imagine a guy like Ken being in debt.
You said he's with you, didn't you? Why don't you go ahead and ask him yourself? Go on, ask him about how many credit card bills he's maxed out going to his favorite gentleman's club.
Gentleman's club?
Oh, and one more thing. Would you mind giving him a message from me while you're at it? Tell him that I've known about his debts for a long time now. He was so afraid that I'd notice if he was emptying out our bank accounts that he made a bunch of credit cards in his own name. And then, when his credit score got too low to get any more credit cards, he started making them in my name. I was going to divorce him anyway, even if he hadn't run away with my sister. So, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Hold on, back up. This isn't making any sense. He's in debt from going to a gentleman's club? But no, that's impossible. He's a widely successful businessman. He's a high-ranking executive in an industry giant. He told me he's making over $200,000 a year. How does a guy like that get into debt? Shouldn't he be, smart?
He always was an incredibly responsible, hard-working, intelligent man. But then one day, disaster struck.
Disaster? Was he in an accident or something?
No, I'm talking about you. You're the one who screwed him up, Ellie.
What? I did?
Back when you realized you could get money out of him, you started texting him all the time, right? And every time he gave you something, you showered him with compliments and attention. That's when he started getting the funny idea that he was actually a real ladies' man. After all, a pretty girl like you is throwing yourself at him. If he can get one pretty girl on the side, maybe he can have 2 or 3 or more.
Oh.
And that's when he started going to the gentleman's club. In there, he was the most eligible man in the universe. Scores of girls, even younger and prettier than you, were telling him that anyway. So he started giving more and more gifts and money to more and more girls, and before he knew it, he had maxed out 5 or 6 credit cards.
No way.
Yes way. The more money he gave them, the more they told him what a handsome and cool guy he was.
But those are girls at a gentleman's club. They only flatter wealthy men for money. How could anyone possibly think that was real?
Believe me, Ellie, I did my best to try and drag him back into reality. But nothing I said did a bit of good. He was thoroughly convinced that he was actually the hottest man on the market right now, and that they weren't after his money at all. He said that I was just trying to keep him down because I was jealous that women younger and prettier than me were paying attention to him. He also said that he was tired of being around an ugly old woman and wanted to enjoy the company of girls who were in his league. He's gone completely insane, and I don't know what to do to fix him.
That's not all my fault.
No, it basically is. The Ken that I married was never like this. He was always dedicated to 2 things and 2 things only, me and his work. And ever since you started poisoning his mind, he's lost interest in both of those. So he's your problem now, Ellie. I give my full blessing to your relationship with him. Do with him what you will. Oh, and about how you forged my signature, I'm not going to press charges or anything. Really, you did me a massive favor. Now I have no reason to ever meet with him again.
Oh, well, I guess that's one silver lining then. Hey, can I ask you one more question? How much debt does he have right now?
No clue. Couldn't tell you. All I know is that he's maxed out at least 5 credit cards in his own name and a couple in mine. So you can either do the math on that, or you can go ahead and ask him yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and pack up my things so I can move out of that godforsaken house as quickly as possible.
Kathy, you are not going to believe this. Your sister Ellie is an absolute menace. What is wrong with her? Like, our relationship was going really great right up until we got married. But after that, like she's a completely different woman now. She won't even cook for me. She expects me to either cook or order out. I can't keep living like this. It's the worst. So, for now, do you think you can come by in the evening to make some decent dinner for me?
What? Did you eat paint chips as a kid? You cannot seriously be asking me that right now.
No, I did not eat paint chips. And yes, I am serious. Come on, Kathy. It's just dinner. What's the big deal with that? Sure, we may be divorced now, but we're still in love with each other, right?
I'm trying to decide whether I should be shouting at you or laughing at you for saying something that stupid.
What? It's not stupid. We didn't get divorced because I didn't love you anymore. I divorced you because I started to like Ellie more than you, that's all. I still love you just as much as I always have. And let me tell you what. I will always love your food. You're a fantastic cook. Just because I divorced you for your sister doesn't mean you can't come and make some dinner for me every once in a while.
I need a second to collect my thoughts after that. Okay, now then. You may not hate me, Ken, but I hate you. From the bottom of my heart, I hate you with a fiery passion that burns brighter than 1,000 suns. All the water in the universe could not quench the burning rage I have whenever the image of your dopey, smug face pops up in my mind. You called me ugly, cheated on me with my sister, and spent all your money on gifts to give to a bunch of ladies of the night. I will never feel anything but hatred for you ever again.
Don't talk like that, Kathy.
Oh, and I can also explain why Ellie hates you now. She knows just how deep in debt you are, and also why you're in debt. If you want someone to cook for you, I've got an idea. Why don't you ask one of the girls at the club to cook for you? After all, you're the hottest man in the city, aren't you? Surely you can get one of the girls you showered with money to cook a meal or two.
Yeah, about that. They banned me from the club.
What?
I'm really sorry about that, Kathy. I was such an idiot. Should have known they were just saying all that stuff for money. After I maxed out all my credit cards, I took out a loan with the house as collateral. Then, when that ran out, one night I tried to get out through a bathroom window before they brought the bill to my table. But the bouncers caught me and now I can't get in anymore.
I'm glad you realized the truth, albeit much too late. You know there's no difference between Ellie and the girls at the club, right? She was only ever after your money, too. And now that you don't have that anymore, she has no use for you. I hope you enjoyed the attention while it lasted.
I should have never divorced you. I don't want you to just cook my meals. I want to be together with you again. Will you please take me back?
Excuse me?
If you'll come back to me, I'll never do anything like this ever again.
Not a chance, you frickin' moron. I would sooner take a bath in boiling sulfuric acid than marry you again. Now, let's get down to business. You're going to pay me for all the credit cards you took out in my name. You'll be hearing from my lawyer shortly.
What?
You have until the end of the month to pay me every single cent that you owe me, or else I'll see you in court. And that's all I have to say to you. If you want to tell me something, you can tell it to my lawyer. Kathy, what's going on? Ever since yesterday, Ken's been selling a bunch of my stuff. All my handbags, purses, clothes, everything that's worth anything. Oh, that explains it. Explains what? How he was able to pay me everything he owed me in one lump sum. What? He sold all my stuff to pay you? That's not fair. It's not fair, really. You stole everything of mine that wasn't tied down. I bet a lot of the stuff you're saying was yours was actually mine in the first place. Would you get over that already? This is serious. He's telling me that I have to work to pay off his debts now. I don't know how to work. All I've ever done is Instagram modeling. But my career hasn't really taken off yet. What am I gonna do, Kathy? I told you before, Ken is your problem now. Tell you what, though, if you're looking for work, I'll bet he knows some nice gentlemen's clubs that are hiring. I was joking when I said that, but Ellie actually took me seriously. She applied to and was hired at one of Ken's favorite clubs. Ironically, though, she was a massive failure. I guess the male patrons didn't care much for her horrible personality. Ken obviously wasn't happy about that, so he told her that if she's not pretty enough to make money at a club, then she's going to have to become a full-time housewife. So long gone are her days of expensive clothing and Instagram selfies. Now she's spending all her time in an apron covered in dust, furniture polish, and cooking oil. As for Ken, he's still having trouble paying off his debts. I understand his creditors have now resorted to calling him at his office, which does not make his superiors happy. They're even talking about demoting him if it continues. So now the not-so-happy couple is spending their evenings eating Ellie's awful cooking and arguing over who's more responsible for the situation they're in. And as for me, I'm just enjoying my newfound place, finally free of my sister's kleptomania and my husband's delusional egotism.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.